to, you know, the passive damage that the Mbessa has. If you use that Spirit's Refuge, so much of Mbessa's damage is linked to use an ability, then get the auto attack off. So Shen
an important part of this KC roster. His ability to find roams and his impact on the map is something that I think so few supports in the league have been able to match. Labrov has had some strong performances, and we'll see if he can do it today. He's taking a ton of damage.
Chunked out, needs to use the heal, but Caliste can chase him down, and Caliste gets first blood.
Caster, not
Kyeahoo can do a huge amount of damage in the early game. Meanwhile, we see Caliste getting caught a little bit here. Hansama looking for the damage as SkewMond comes in for the gank. Aqua Prism, magical journey forward. Caliste still no flash, tries to dash away. But the Darking Blade finds its first victim.
Peyz actually just constantly be putting traps behind them in the midst of the fight, in between weaving your auto attacks to then make it more awkward for them to fight. As the ulti gets dropped.
Public execution in here. BrokenBlade flashing away from the hero's entrance from Kyeahoo. He does still have the taunt, tries to trade back onto Canna, goes in with the taunt, but Canna flashes wisely away from it, and the Winds of War will find their first victim of the game. Kyeahoo on the board.
It didn't look like he had anywhere to go, so BrokenBlade tries to make the play, gets the flash from Canna, but gives his life. G2 tried to respond with the Dragon. Yike in the area, though.
Yike goes in with Cataclysm, locks himself in. Cat's here as well, could look for the shockwave, a tidal wave to disengage. Kyeahoo has joined the fight, Tempered Fate flashed by Yike. Canna going in with the Eclipse here onto BrokenBlade, who only has a Tiamat and a Giant's Belt. BB needs to get out of here, but no flash on him. Canna has the public execution for the chase, doesn't need it. Canna just autos him.
Spirit's Refuge mitigates those auto attacks, right? Of course, that makes a ton of sense, but Mbessa, a lot of her damage doesn't come through from her auto attacks. So when she gets the Eclipse, I really start to feel that she starts winning out on these trades. We're yet to see BrokenBlade's first ulti of the game. He doesn't have a huge amount of armor early on as Kyeahoo, flash
forward by Caps to block the Justice Punch. SkewMond on the chase as well. The chains won't get the pullback on the Kyeahoo, who does flash himself. Shockwave still catches him though, and G2 get the kill on the enemy mid just before the Dragon. Yike looks for the flag and drag, can't land it. There's the Stand United. Cap's gonna have a partner in crime in the middle of the Cataclysm. Canna diving forward, immediately taunted. A good Tempered Fate on Busio stops him getting anywhere near the action. As G2 clean up in mid.
I mean, G2, when the chips are down, when you need to make a play, the place you have to look is in the middle lane. Caps flashes in front of Kyeahoo to stop him from getting a
whale of a time.
He's about to match this topside play. Yike trying to hide in the bush, doesn't realize he's on vision. SkewMond is swept. They're trying to make a play towards Caps, but once more, SkewMond's reading it.
And Labrov's on his way as well, has the Tempered Fate. Yike flag and drag out, SkewMond with the world end of public execution in, but Canna is met by two immediately and has to dash away. A Tempered Fate will lock Canna up. The minion wave now here to tank for a second. Canna tries to flash away, but the slows from Labrov. The Meeps doing their work, the charm and the chimes. In the end, Canna will escape with a TP. About 1,000 ahead right now. SkewMond 1.3 ahead himself. Busio and Caliste do have a small lead on that
with the flag. Won't be able to get it though. Tower gonna drop on the bot side.
Yeah, Canna's still winning out in the 1v1, but BrokenBlade has shown the merits of
too worried about the game state. SkewMond is the biggest threat. Checking if they have anti-healing. Oh, and that's exactly what I wanted to get to. Caliste, with his 2 completed items, with Busio at his back, is able to do a lot of damage. And remember, that healing reduction coming through from Busio. So G2 are just saying, you know what, we'll prioritize pushing through mid-wave. I think they're going to abandon the Dragon in order to gain control over this tower, and they can push this onto the next one as well.
They're going to charge it in. Kyeahoo looking for a flank of his own, but the charge will still land, and a couple more plates over to G2. The Drake secured for KC, but the gold lead extends by about 1,000. Magical journey out for Labrov. Tidal wave coming out from Busio. Hansama able to get himself.
Try and make a play. Mainstead just all in on mid, so you can see how safe G2 are trying to play for the next couple of moments until they spot where Kyeahoo is on the map.
Yeah, just have to be a little bit more defensive. Does he have a way to get out of this situation? A little bit of outgo gaming, perhaps. Take a small break. BB and Caps that will collapse. And Canna, even with the shields, shouldn't be able to get away. Canna dies, Caps gets the kill, and there's the TP advantage. We were stealing away the blue as well. He'll be happy with that. BrokenBlade will get a tower in response. Gold lead stays about that. Yike trying to get on towards the back line. Tidal wave forces Caps up towards the top side. Yike goes in with a Cataclysm, a Tempered Fate. Will stop time for a second hero's entrance as well. A double taunt. Is it enough to take down Skew? It doesn't seem to be. SkewMond survives through it with the help of a Stand United from his brother BB, who's caught out with the Aqua Prism, and Busio eventually finds a kill for KC.
Caliste sets up that play for KC. This is what you need to be doing on a Lucian. Prior to the fight even starting, find
Labrov
that...
did a good job as well with the Tempered Fate, catching onto Caliste, stopping the initial burst of damage, but this is what can happen. Tempered Fate goes wide, the culling lands, and now Labrov is forced away. Hunsama trying to escape, Yike will fall for it. Yahoo here with the TP in from BB, no stand united for him. The taunt's gonna land on two, SkewMond dead, double tidal wave as well for the knockup, and SkewMond needs to get out. Wild Ender pop, Canna flashes away from the Infernal Chains.
Pipes now completed on towards BrokenBlade as well. Very supportive build here.
A Scott at New Year's. He's bagpiping from sunrise to sunset. And there's a Titanic Hydra in there somehow as well. Oh! As we see the Temper Fate connecting, Yike has the GA, will flash away. BrokenBlade trying to get on towards that backline. Taunt into taunt as BrokenBlade pulls Kyeahoo away from the rest of the team. Caps trying to keep Karmine at bay himself as well.
That is a nice headshot that comes through from Hansama. G2 are winning the war of attrition. They are chipping away at KC's HP. The healing for Busio is good, but G2 have position on the objective. So now these Caitlyn traps are doing some serious work. KC, I think they're going to have to abandon this, but they're TPing in.
Yeah, who's TPing towards the bottom side. Canna looking for that public execution. Yike looking to get in with the Cataclysm, goes in. Public execution on the backline, but it's only on the Labrov. Hero's entrance as well to separate the team. Caps goes on a rampage as Busio and Caliste caught. SkewMond dashing across the wall here to chase out the Nami. Caps with a stopwatch in the pit as the rest of G2 try to come to his aid but can't get there quickly enough. It doesn't matter. They'll sacrifice Caps for the rest of KC. Yike, that guardian angel is more like a devil on your shoulder as G2 wipe away Carmine Corp.
SkewMond and Caps find the combo onto the back line. The flash from SkewMond set up for the shockwave, and it's reminiscent of what we saw at the World Championship last year. Beautiful play from the duo, beautiful team fight from G2, and while they lose the dragon...
Won, but they die where they just stole the dragon.
I mean, once you take the Lucian out of the fight, so much of the damage simply disappears. Of course, Canna is there to help him out, but that shockwave combo...
And quite easily, as G2 will begin to push through the top side. BrokenBlade catching mid. Good push from Caliste and Busio down towards bot, though. KC trying to get something out of this.
That tower's already taken low, so they should be able to trade tower for tower. They just have to try and get back for their next objective.
Caps is going to respond. Caps is there. Yike's on the bottom side of the map as well. Currently pathing down towards it. Caps trying to clear the wave in time. The shockwave to pull back Caliste. The Cullen coming out. Caps may have sacrificed himself for this again. Has the Zhonya's, has the stand united, has the shielding. And the tower remains. Inhibitor towards the top side is G2. Look for the Tempered Fate, but can't quite land it. Caps now going to TP into the fight. There's only Canna here to defend. Yahoo there to try and bolster them up. But G2 may have pulled the rope, but don't. Caps gets the kill onto Yike. It was BB who TP'd and KC who fell. Caliste here, but all he can do is stand and watch. Be taunted by BB. The top father is here to make sons of KC. Game one goes to G2.
Look for passive, then use that Q damage and try and extend the trade that way. But for Yasuo, he can get in, use that wave, Q very quickly, and just start to chip you down over time as well.
I mean,
Caps who's been chunked out. SkewMond here as well. Be a 2v2 in mid. Seismic shove missing. The Rune Prison coming down as Caps going to try and get out, but the core of the pack is too damn much. Yahoo with first blood.
Last breath there. Does know that probably not going to end up winning out in the long run if you end up completing there. But either way, I think you're just looking at KC now, moving over towards the dragon. Should be completely fine. Like, this has been such a slow early game. I expected a bit more kind of movement, but again, when you've got SkewMond on Mundo, for G2, you kind of know.
A lot of potential plays as a nice stun comes through onto Yahoo.
There's the Weaver's wall out from Caps to try and keep Yahoo on this side of it. Cleaver out of SkewMond. Rune Prison overload, not enough from Yahoo. He flashes forward. Oh! The minions!
So close to getting a trade onto Caps, but the health pot enough to keep Caps alive.
Nah. Stop baiting us, observers. It's a mile away. I'm just going to skip and slash forward. There's the way of the Wanderer's shield you were talking about, Vedi. Now they're building up the 1,000 cuts with the Realm Warp in. BrokenBlade needs to get out. Has SkewMond. Last breath perhaps for Yahoo. No flash on the wind wall. SkewMond waiting in the wing.
Like, you have nowhere near a first on for Yahoo. Rod of Age is not really going to be a big one. Hang on.
Onto Gwen here. Kinda with the needlework though. There's the wind wall. BrokenBlade still looking for the chase. Has that Q3 with the Steel Tempest. Now needs to get the hell out of there because Yike is on his way. A Hound's pursuit in. BrokenBlade dashes forward, but the Hounds are hungry and Yike will help Canna secure the kill.
Good collapse from Yike on towards that top side. Cap
He's
trying
got
to
another hand
respond.
pursuit. He can just chase onto Caps, but the seismic shove interrupts it. Caps here in time to hold the wave, at least perhaps chase down Canna. Remember, no flash on this Gwen, and no way really for Yike to join him. A threaded volley goes wide. The alcove, though, not your friend anymore, Canna. Unraveled Earth unravels his life as Busio's caught with Enchanted Crystal out, has to flash the cleaver. Does not connect as SkewMond steals away this jungle.
So we got
and he jumps across, was stunned on the way, but unable to really be chased too much more. Labrov caught out now, needs to flash. The Realm Warp on the wrong side, but Kyeahoo! Oh, another overload goes wide. SkewMond kills off Yike as he chased deep into the jungle. As my two co-casters become Kyeahoo fans, it seems the wolf is howling, but he just can't secure the kill. A true shot barrage, a true... That's miles wide again. Observers, please, only if they're gonna hit.
I mean, this will be a tower for Caliste, so a gold advantage gain for the KC bottom lane. Nice try from Kyeahoo, but it doesn't quite work out.
Caps are starting to roam up towards that top side, and Mundo once again is sitting in the brush, but Canna, spidey senses have been tingling. Fantastic.
Also, a lot of fights happen in skirmishes contest. Oh, hang on, Canna.
Q3 was just used by BrokenBlade. Yike is on his way across as well. SkewMond's running up here as quick as he can. The flash knock up onto Yike. He has to dash up, and SkewMond secures the kill. The dogs are dead. Will Canna follow? I believe he will. Hunt Summer on the chase. Canna no way out. G2 take two on the top side.
The long-range arrow strikes through for G2. They connect onto Canna. It's the double kill. And again, it's these map plays from G2.
It's just skirmishes everywhere on the map, and it's G2 that's reacting quicker than KC's able to. The idea there from Yike is a good one. An advantage is gained, it's G2 that's gaining it. They get the Herald, they're getting the kills. KC will finally get an objective of their own. They're gonna lead in Dragons so far in game 2. And it's going to have to be their win condition because the rest of the map is quickly starting
to... A little bit more gold in his pocket. Rift Herald down. We'll get the charge, we'll take the plates, we'll take the tower alongside it. BB, after clearing mid, is running up towards top to try and save that top lane tower.
I like the play from G2. Just use your pressure mid, convert it into bot, secure that tower.
The problem is you can't do this for too long because Canna's still pushing up top. Someone needs to go and deal with him. Nash's Tooth on its way. About halfway there for the Gwen.
I think with the crystals, just an auto attack will take it. So that one now falls. And
She's about to take over to level 15. Nice interrupt on the back. Cap's going to be delayed in responding, and a tower actually just going to be picked up by Kyeahoo, isolated in the...
on mid, which is giving Canna a bit of time on this top side.
Who wins? Who wins? Ignite going down. Okay, BB wins the initial trade at least. The needle works, the Weaver's wall as they look to collapse onto Canna, and they use the knockup to give Canna his last breath. G2 collapse, and they're going to look for a little bit more as SkewMond's chasing out Caliste and Busio. The Drake, an afterthought, the Baron at the front of G2's minds.
What a collapse from Caps. I was not expecting the ultimate of Talia to be the setup. Caliste is going to throw his ulti down, it will connect on the BrokenBlade, but I see no way that they can contest this.
Yeah, who's going to walk in? Riot can do a lot of damage in situations like this. Hansama was caught. Kyeahoo continues to stand and deliver. A turret with an encore over him, but the Mikhail's able to get him out of that CC. SkewMond healing up in the middle of it all as Hansama a little bit isolated. KC still looking for that collapse. There's a flash. There's a ruined prison. There's an overload. It's not enough. Kyeahoo dodges the cycling shot in the middle of it all, but SkewMond, it's just too tanky for KC. There's nothing they can do to get through Skew.
There's SkewMond's healing, there's Labrov's healing, and there's no hope in hell KC can kill him. Everything for G2 just went their way.
BrokenBlade doesn't have to commit the flash because the knockback comes through from Caps, and that is the go signal to start off the back.
KC still have tools to defend. You've got a 3-item Ezreal, you've almost got that actualizer for Kyeahoo. But the question is, can you get there in time? G2 will take the tier 2 down towards this bottom lane. Will even out the turret score. Kyeahoo is pushing through top, trying to get that 3rd item, searching for it. Yike looking for a flank onto Caps. Here will be spotted again. KC a little bit divided, and G2 are dividing their towers and their inhibitors from life. There's a schism in the base, and KC do not react.
How do they get through this monster in the jungle of SkewMond as he goes where he pleases and looks to secure another tower?
Canna showing on the bot wave here without teleport means that G2 will be able to push in this tier 2 in top. Caps is looking for the tier 2 in mid as well. The gold lead extends to 7k. They will back away. They'll defend against Canna. The base will not fall on this Baron push.
G2 are separated though, 2 members now. G2 on the top side, as the rest have gone back to base.
Beat drop from Labrov, dodged by Yike. SkewMond needs to get out of here. Can pop that maximum dosage in a minute, but will it be enough to help him escape? Does still have the flash. There's the dosage. Weaver's wall TP. G2 are beginning to collapse, and there's the seismic shove! Who's locked in here with whom? KC! G2 find one. Caliste trying to do the damage with the mystic shots are more mythological than actually working. Nothing is going to get to SkewMond as G2 collapse, and just as I said, it wasn't over. G2 with 3 members of KC dead. The Drake is up in 4 seconds time, the Baron in a minute, and KC are giving this one up. They're playing down towards that bottom side, down towards that blue buff side. Camp's backing away, realizing, hey, we don't see any of them. No need to give my life away for cheap. On Caps, a 2.3k gold lead as the Weaver's Wall comes out to lock Yike in the cage. Seismic shove doesn't connect, but Yike doesn't really have anywhere to go. We'll go out with the Eviscerate. Encore's going to land onto Busio, but only him. He flashes out. Canna and Kyeahoo trying to collapse. Do they have the damage on Caps? The answer's no for now with Canna. It's just run down by G2. Kyeahoo caught up as well. He'll dive on the Caps. He gets a K in his pocket, but G2 are looking for 4.
Oh my God, SkewMond!
Another, and SkewMond just whacks them over the heads with a briefcase. It's business time for G2 as KC are left in the dust.
Caliste just disappeared. He just got one shot by the Mundo. G2, what the hell was that?
SkewMond ends the fight with a triple skill. SkewMond says that enough is enough. It's time to clock out. And G2 are looking to go 2-0 up in this best of 5.
Kyeahoo can do all he wants to try and defend, but a stopwatch will not be enough for him. He almost takes that one, but even Labrov remains standing. G2, in dominant fashion, will be 1 game away from
or his career. Rel is something like, I think it's his most played in his career, but there was a split on BDS where he had something like 17 Rel games. HP pots have been traded, and as we expected, SkewMond gonna go back to base. The likelihood of a dive seems low. But okay,
but never
no.
zero, Vetty.
Yike is thinking about it, and they read it as well.
Nautilus loves to dive. Root lands on Hans. Summer has the barrier, has the flash, crash down onto Busio. He hooks himself away. Yike stunned up with a shadowing strike. SkewMond on his way across, and now KC on the wrong side of the tower. Aegis assault from SkewMond lands onto 3. Look at the blinking health bars on KC. 1 falls, a second follows suit. The dive goes pear-shaped.
The back and forth between these bot laners is consistent. Caps now very low.
Dash in from Kyeahoo with the Spirit Rush. SkewMond on his way across, has the flash. Will get the shield vault in as well. Kyeahoo flashed away well, but Caps is on the chase. The stolen Spirit Rush. Enough for G2 to get their 3rd. Yike looking for the dash in here. Caps absconds away, won't take the fray.
Caps played
the wind from their sails that was riding high from the first 2 days of this 3-day weekend seems to have all but vanished. As KC, they haven't given up just yet. The fight against the Labrov.
Spotted. You have a Grand Starfall. He just hit 6. SkewMond with those 2 early kills and the assist has his ultimate quicker than usual. And with Hans waiting in the alcove, KC are pounced on. G2 find their prey, and Busio will not live to see another day.
SkewMond,
but it's all the mind games. And it's Hans Sam as he comes out. They realize they're too far, but now Yike might be caught.
There's 4
Yike
here
goes
now.
in with the Cyclone. Busio there as well. The Equalizer down the charm as well. They'll find it. SkewMond killed off by Kyeahoo, gets the shutdown. A 600 gold lead. Can bring the stars down. Call of the Forge God, flash immediately from Canna. He's gone to the danger zone, but it's a highway for hell, it seems, as SkewMond finds
They didn't invest a lot of resources. Yike goes back to base, picks up the Trinity Force, a nice item spike for him, but he's decided, you know what, the Dragon is too far away. He's going to prioritize clearing through his camps. I expect him to grab the grubs if he sees an opportunity. G2 not going to be upset about getting the first Dragon of the game.
Yike's been doing a good job of farming while SkewMond has been ganking. Yes, SkewMond.
Keep eyes on SkewMond as well, has the ulti available, looking for a flank.
Yeah, took the last grub. Yike's going to spot him. In the end, I think it's much ado about nothing here.
I mean, taking that grub just announces exactly where SkewMond is, so I think KC immediately pull off the play, knowing that that grub
Yike with the Cyclone, looking at SkewMond here. Death charge going down as Caps answers with one of his own, but now they'll dive back in with a second cast of the Cyclone, and Yike takes the kill. Labrov under the tower low. KC get enough.
Maybe then you have a chance. Or even
TP behind
SkewMond, but
him.
here we go.
SkewMond's going to have to give up on the Rift Hold, and G2 might just give up on the play entirely. KC brought everyone up from the bottom side of the map, and with the TP in, KC will
Now it's Canna and Kyeahoo, the solo laners of KC, that are the ones with the advantage.
Now with the Rift Hold down in mid, KC get first move on the Drake. They'll get the tower as well. Busio keeping Labrov at arm's length. And G2, I don't really think want to fight this Drake at all. It will be one apiece. KC now 2K ahead in this game 3. A game they
Before you
must...
actually have a backup on Canna, but now Canna in trouble. Busio recovery.
Grand Starfall is the play here. You can see SkewMond coming in. Depth charge stolen away by Caps. They'll dive onto the Rumble, and he immediately gets evaporated underneath the tower. Dredgeline's going to hit on SkewMond, but he's not tanking it yet. The charm goes in. He tries to shield ball forward. Kyeahoo gets another Spirit Rush charge. Can they go any further? You can see Caliste trying to move, get in position for the curtain call. Another charm goes in. The shield from the crash down, the curtains are open, not even needed. Close the door on Labrov. As G2
Top side though.
lost 2. Meanwhile on the top side, BB getting chased out by Yike. On the bottom side, Caps dives in, gets 1 but dies for it. KC winning across the map.
Kyeahoo is having so much impact on this map. KC trusted him with the resources in the early game, and now he is delivering. A good teleport to respond to the action on the bot side. A nice flash charm in that kills.
And then a 1-for-1 after it as well. KC now 4,000 gold ahead. After being so far behind, the only one with a lead is Hans Summer, and that's 114 gold. Sure, you can buy a couple pots. Not really too much of an advantage.
40 seconds until the Dragon. KC pushing up mid, trying to keep the pressure on towards G2. The Caps will get the side lane tower, but there is a collapse coming through. I don't know what the plan is for KC.
With the super boots. Labrov is there as well, but I don't think KC know his exact location. Caps, the first one to receive a Masterwork upgrade from BrokenBlade this game. The rocket belt has become a more rockety belt, it seems.
Busio hasn't reset for wards though, completely out. Only has the 2 control wards in his inventory. So this becomes a little dangerous as Labrov has a full plot and can try and maybe get access here, but it looks like G2 not even going to try and contest.
Might look to try and catch someone on the move. Caps does have the TP, but as you say, KC just secured the Drake. The second of the game for them. Still a while away from Seoul, but whiling their way towards it. Busio, Hex Flash on Hans Summer. Depth charge first, Valkyrie flash across the wall. Who can Spirit Rush forward? The charm eaten by Labrov, but the root's still connecting. And with an equalizer on top of it, G2's bot lane doesn't really have anywhere to go. The chase continues for KC as they claim their second of the fight.
Yike uses the increased range on the auto attack from his Q to pop the blast cone before Labrov can get to safety. And that means with 2 down, KC can get the Baron.
KC have fought their way back beautifully. Dagda, you said it earlier, this game felt like it was done and dusted. But Yike and Busio found repeated picks in the mid lane. They found kills onto SkewMond, they found kills onto Caps, and they may well have found another one.
Caps here, a couple of harpoons. Canna flashes forward, he can't keep the blast going because there's a rumble on top of it. The Baron now for KC. They are truly in command of this game.
KC.
Yike spotted. Busio just still waiting. It's like, okay, I think you guys are in there. I'll step forward, control ward, G2 run away. Immediately back away from it. Hans Summer will be spotted out by Yike. Equalizer stolen away by Caps, but not as well placed. Grand Starfall coming in, the curtains open. Canna looking for the damage now onto Caps, who has to flash away. The curtain call just short of clicking with a third shot. Depth charge on Hans Summer. He Valkyries out, but SkewMond's knocked up forward. The Sundered Sky not enough to heal him up. Labrov being burnt to a crisp underneath the tower, but a good Shadowing Strike means the Canna will go down. Hans Summer gets the shutdown, a 2-for-1 exchange in favor of G2.
Yike is playing around it though.
KC just go mid.
Yeah, KC just going to keep pushing mid. They're taking
no
mid tier 2. Not really much G2 could do to keep that one standing on the mid lane. It looks like they are just trying to get to that tier 1. Caps is going down towards the top lane, or up towards the top lane, I guess, to catch that wave. They'll give up the Drake. This tower still very healthy for KC. And double the amount that G2 to one part of that Spirit Rush decoy out from Yike as Caps doesn't land the chains, but still continues for the chase. Yike forced down to half HP. Caps able to dodge away in time to not get caught up with the deadly flourish. Labrov at half himself. He's forced away, Call of the Forge God lands on Caliste, but with an equalizer, G2 can't step forward. A flash cyclone onto SkewMond. The Guardian Angel will bring him back, but the charm locks him up. Magnus Storm in, Caps trying to get in as well. Canna kills BrokenBlade. KC have 5, G2 only have 3, and not for much longer. SkewMond will find 1, but there's a Quadra for the Jin, as KC are not done with this series yet.
KC are not going to waste any time off the back of that fight. They have set their sights on the Nexus, they've set their sights on another game, and they want to show that they are not done just yet.
It was hard fought for KC. They battled back from a deficit, but they will not be denied at least a 4th game in Barcelona.
KC trying to build that blue wall brick by brick. The first in place, the foundation set. Will we see them get the reverse sweep?
Heavily reliant on trying to catch people with that Syndra stun combo to try and start fights, which is never really the best when you've already got a good amount of range. Look at BB though, he's roaming down towards mid lane. They want to try and fight this as a group.
SkewMond able to get a few of the Razor Beaks there. 6 to 15, Kyeahoo stepping forward, Caps looking for the scatter, we can't land it, Yahoo's now burned his flash, and BB's on the way across, the victor! Careful of the Dominus, BrokenBlade has already had a recall where Canna hasn't actually gone back to Peyz at all yet.
So, level 5 secured for SkewMond. He knows that the Dragon is going to be uncontested. Kyeahoo not strong enough. They don't have the push in bot. There's no way for KC to really challenge this. And Yike desperately needs camps. He's behind in XP. He's behind in gold. He's just behind in general. And he's got to get what he can get while his camps are available.
Yeah, it's also Caliste who has... hang on a sec.
Great handshake stun there again, Hansama.
KC don't really get much. Get any damage really done. It's going to be the Dragon for them.
Nice play overall from the KC bottom lane. Busio.
He's a long way away from friends. Quickness has to be used. Often you think on the Khan you can do these sorts of plays. You have so much mobility. But when you jump in, immediately a 6. Canna only half on his Mega now. Yike coming across. Caps will be met by Yike, who holds the Vault Breaker, but Forza will flash, cease and desist. BrokenBlade's going to look to see if he can just delete Yike, and he can! Yike thought he had it. Yahoo's on his way across, kind of building up the Mega Gnar. SkewMond trying to get here in time. The Gnar into the wall, the wind becomes lightning, and Canna has to flash away, but SkewMond chases him for days.
Surely are building up a lead. The KC are struggling to stop.
Oh, Labrov caught out here though by Yike. With the gravity field down, Labrov just doesn't get a chance to move.
Just try and play around Kyeahoo. I mean, in the Victor, he can definitely be a carry. But now, can they cover top?
BB with the dominance, Yike clearing out the Krugs. BB dodging away with the slice and dice, but Yike's still on the chase. No flash for him. BB trying to get onto Canna. Can't really get close enough. Hit by the wallet, followed by the Vault Breaker. The slice, the dice. BB escapes!
They tried to give the shoulder as he sent him out the door. I cannot believe that didn't hit, but it's perfect for G2. Herald mid will get the tower, will get the position on Dragon, and they just get to rinse and repeat.
I mean, G2 are really just running circles around KC right now. They're using the strength of their laners to punish their opponents. They're taking advantage of the early jungle lead that SkewMond was able to build, and now they're just kind of dancing around and punishing every play that KC tried to make. KC, they need
being caught. We didn't quite see the start of the play, but that ultimate on cooldown for about 75% more of its time. Tower in the mid lane for G2. SkewMond's going to take away 2 levels down. SkewMond's blocking the Vault Breaker, and Yike has to burn the flash. SkewMond follows with the flash of his own. BB punching down onto Canna too. He's forced away. Yike down. Canna almost follows suit.
Caliste, ulti from Busio. Hans just has to ult in response and walk away. Now the threat of a dive in bot lane is very real.
Yahoo uses the Arcane Storm to try and clear the way, but G2 do not need the minions to dive.
It feels like G2 looked at 2025 and said, you know what, not winning everything just isn't good enough. Coming into LEC versus, this is a statement, and they want more.
KC are being corralled. G2 are hunting, and it's Caps at the forefront. Vault Breaker from Yike diving towards Caps. The hostile takeover doesn't clip Busio. He's separated from his team, but he can battle dance away. In the end, the TP just leads to KC towards the Baron. Perhaps a sneak is an opportunity, perhaps just vision their goal for now.
I think it's just try and get as much gold into their hands as possible. I mean, Kyeahoo, while he is still nearly 800 gold behind, is actually in an okay spot with 2 items completed. The upgraded Merc threads as well means that he'll be relatively good against Caps.
Making fun of Yike here in this game.
Yeah, and I think it makes a lot of sense that this G2 is doing so well. Their core has been together for such a long period of time. When you look at BrokenBlade, Caps, and Hansama, they have played over 1,100 days together. That synergy means something, but Labrov has to flash.
Flashes away, Busio looks to engage, Yike there for the follow-up, and that is Hansama down. BrokenBlade joins the fight, Busio tries to dance away and manages to do so. The Gnar gets 2, Crescent Guard out from G2, and they're the ones flashing away. They're the ones retreating. BrokenBlade dices. And KCF sliced through the AD carry. Is it now a Baron play? Caps still has ult.
A single moment was all it took. KC found a pick on the Hans, and now they've set their sights on the Baron.
BB
G2 are TPing back in.
BB has the TP and his ultimate. The Baron down to 7,000. KC, one roll of the dice. Is it Snake Eyes? Is it double sixes? Yike in there, goes in with the Vault Breaker. BrokenBlade trying to force him out. He's gone. Yike no longer in the pit. BrokenBlade with the bailout. SkewMond takes it. The only power to Yike. Puts him in the dive as Caps chases Busio out, even flashing for the kill on the Rakan. The Baron to G2 will sit on Hansama and Labrov. Caps will fall to Kyeahoo, who will be able to chase him out, but 2 Barons to G2 in a fight they just shouldn't have won.
They shouldn't have, but they all die. Apart from
Has to
Hansama.
make a difficult decision. Do I stay in the pit or do I get out? SkewMond takes the Hex Gate and uses it to get into the pit. We're back to live already.
This will be the last Baron buff for G2, and he doesn't have flash. Burnt it before the previous play. Win becomes lightning. Busio looking for the follow-up. KC continue to fight.
How the hell are KC finding these plays? One game was enough, but another game in game 4 where they are holding on to the brink of this.
It's crazy.
But the gold lead has shrunk to 1,000, negligible at this point. TP to the mid lane by Kyeahoo. Yike in the pit, Canna looking for the flank. G2 haven't warded, but BrokenBlade will act as a bodyguard. Kyeahoo puts a laser through them. Canna building up that Mega Gnar, almost has it. The charm, the quickness, the hostile takeover, only landing onto Busio, disengaging the fight. And KC could do that too. Canna could look for the flash Gnar here. G2 are up against the wall. The Drake for KC secured. No soul yet for G2. They try and gain control of the mid lane wave. They're forced back by KC.
I mean, the bot side camps are going to be enough for Yike. He's like, I need gold, I need XP. I'm going to take anything that I can take. He's going to steal away the red buff. The fight doesn't explode, but I don't think that KC's upset about that. He will, at the very least, get his red buff, but a dragon denied away, the soul denied from G2. And KC, they've bought themselves more time. This whole game, they've been looking for a way to slow G2 down. Would this be the accelerator? Canna's trapped.
Jumps across, SkewMond goes in. Canna building up towards that Mega Gnar. Nars gets the stun on SkewMond. Yike coming in for a follow-up play. Canna's still pretty healthy. He's going to flash away from Hansama to the Crescent Guard, keeping SkewMond safe for now. Hansama flashes forward, and KC begin to disengage. The scatter the weak from Caps does not find its mark. The G2 still find the kill.
Canna stays too long on that bottom side, and that handshake from Labrov took him away from the safety of that Hextech portal. Caliste can still get the mid wave, and at least that's some gold into KC.
Whew. Okay.
Have managed to establish here in the river. Now they'll step forward.
And that's what KC are doing a great job of, playing around that vision. Yike only just being spotted. Busio's out in bottom. Busio dodges away with the grand entrance.
Kyeahoo trying to push forward here more. SkewMond there, the TP behind by BrokenBlade. Yike misses the Vault Breaker, lands the smite, but now BrokenBlade on the TP, looking for Caliste, and they'll dive into him. Double GA available. Caliste dies to Hansama. Yike trying to get onto Caps. BrokenBlade slicing across. The Gnar from Canna. Hostile takeover. Caps brought back with the bailout, but the unleashed power not enough for him. Meanwhile, on the top side, Canna has a GA of his own. SkewMond trying to survive through it all. The GA on Canna is propped. So is the one on BB. SkewMond dives back in and kills off Busio. A 2v3 now. BrokenBlade goes in with a stride breaker. Kyeahoo slowed, stunned up, locked up, taken out. But in the end, still KC win the fight 4 for 3.
KC threw everything!
Backline, Caps is being soloed by Yike. The jungle is doing so much for both sides. BrokenBlade in the brawl. We have to go back to live because the dragon is being secured. But what a back and forth. Junglers, top laners, supports doing everything they can to keep their teams alive.
And crucially,
Resets G2 back away. What did they get? The Arcane Storm in exchange for the Transcend oneself and the hostile takeover. Canna still looking for the flank.
the Red Bulls has healed up Caliste. Canna in front of
Canna!
Canna!
The nerve! The quickness! It's KC all the time as Busio dives onto the backline. It's beautiful for the Carmine Corp as they wipe away G2. SkewMond left standing, but not for long. This arena is blue. SkewMond, though, begins to turn it around. The ball breaker in. He dies. KC now make a beeline for the mid lane, and with 4 still alive, this should be the Nexus.
At the start of this game, it looked like KC would take silver, but by the end, we are going to silver scrapes.
One more for KC. They've done the unthinkable. They won from impossible positions. One more now needed.
Onivia wall, her ultimate, the amount of space she can create, also the Nico ultimate, the Kled ultimate, the wombo combo potential is there for G2. And if they kill Caliste,
Flash and heal for just Busio's heal. Gets the root though, Hansama on the chase with the Void Seeker first blood to the Nico.
Top lane dive though.
It shows impact. Lands onto Canna, no escape for him underneath the tower. He will fall.
To use the lead that he's now gaining to try and lean in towards this bottom side, provide a bit of support to Caliste and Busio. I think that can be something. With SkewMond having control and this level 6 about to tick over, I don't think KC can fight this.
SkewMond gets this smite, Yike goes in for it, gets the smite on the Scuttle Crab, gets the 6, between worlds they go as SkewMond has to flash away, Yike will fall first, but now Hansama's caught in the pit, and KC collapses on him, and the final auto of Boomerang finds its mark and returns the gold to Caliste. A 1-for-1 in the end, the exchange.
Well, with the jungler going down, there is no hope of getting the dragon. It will just be the push, but Busio still fishing mid. Labrov should be able to escape away with this. But now, like, look, Caliste, solo boss.
Tangle barbs, Busio locked up in the Glacial Storm. Busio's down! How now, Brown Cow? Taken out by Cap.
Fruits to top up his HP, gonna push another wave. Might look for a cheeky recall as well. Maybe look to pick up that blasting one to give him a little bit more damage in the 1v1.
Ooh, BrokenBlade looking at Yike here. 3 grubs already completed. Yike can look for the chase. Estimating smash. Pocket pistol gets him just out of range. Nature's Grass, though, there for the follow-up. And BrokenBlade can't get back on Skull. A Bramble smash puts
Not really too much to show from KC, but he already kind of said it. Caps opening up, but oh no!
Back by Busio. Flash pulverized for the follow-up. SkewMond coming in, looking for the Impale. Lands it on 2! And he'll pull Busio back. Caliste uses the barrier. Busio almost falling. Hansama not going to flash for it, but they fall anyway! SkewMond's passive getting the kill on the
Nico, heavily committing onto that play. Busio sees the flank, nice engage, good flash follow-up, but then watch Caliste, he flashes in, the auto doesn't finish off Labrov, gets double ulted by SkewMond.
This lead for Hansama.
Unstoppable onslaught. SkewMond's going to get in the way of it. Becomes a relatively stoppable onslaught. The pop blossom there for the follow-up. Still no flash here for Canna as he's pulled back with the Impale. The flash a couple of seconds away, but a couple of seconds might as well be an absolute age. G2 find another as Hansama will take some plates as well.
A nice gank setup.
ED contest at best. SkewMond is looking, poking his head in. Labrov doing the same. SkewMond, though, needs to be cautious. Hansama on his way across does have the killer instinct. Drake down, secured by KC. The Shape Splitter clone will spot out. Well, there's a couple of saplings in that bush, not much more.
But with KC having to enter towards that mid lane, it does mean Caps is able to get some damage on the bot side. Clearing waves, Kyeahoo trying to get access to the turret.
We'll be able to get underneath it. Busio dodges the Tangle Barbs well. Caps will tank a tower shot, but the Flash Frost means Kyeahoo couldn't go any further in. BB moving from the top side after proxying a wave. Was looking to see if Caliste had overstepped. I think the crowd here wants a little bit more action than they're getting. As Kyeahoo is looking for Caps, goes in between worlds, still has the egg. Busio there with the knockup. Headbutt first, alongside the pulverize. Labrov trying to trade it. The TP was cancelled in the top side by BB, and now Busio has overstepped a little. Pop Blossom in, Busio tries to dodge it. uses the unbreakable will, but that is damn well broken. G2 find another.
Every single play that Casey tried to make just gets shut down. The good news for Casey is Yike is trying to cross map on the other side, but now Kyeahoo isolated on the bot side of the map. SkewMond cutting off his escape. The bot wave is being pushed. He's trying to TP out.
He's trying to TP out. You can't do that in front of a Tangle Barbs. Goes across the veil, invisible underneath the tower. Puts the damage back onto SkewMond, but with Hansama on his way as well, G2 will just clean up the kill.
Kyeahoo tried his hardest to escape away, but all he ends up giving is an assist across the Hansama. Riptar will be taking the interrupt on SkewMond, but can you really get much more?
Busio maybe thinking he can stop Caps from getting the push in here, but it feels a bit greedy. Maybe just trying to distract because they're going to try and dive BB in that top lane. Nature's Grasp out on top of one sort as well for the CC. He remounts on the Skull, and now the dive becomes a little bit more precarious. BB with the pocket pistol, still Yike able to secure the kill, and the TP coming out from Camps after he reset just to hold this lane. The tower in the bot side will be picked up first for G2.
I mean, on the one hand, yes, it's nice for KC that they got a pick, but getting picks onto BrokenBlade just really doesn't mean anything. You need gold onto Caliste, you need gold onto Kyeahoo, and right now, they just don't have it. A 1.4k gold lead for Caps, a 1.4k gold lead for Hansama. 2 items now completed for the Kaiser. Caps quickly working on his second. G2 in a dominant performance. Once again, KC will have to find another miracle to turn this game around.
In draft, we were doubting whether the Nico first pick was worth it. Labrov is now 2-0-4 on this Nico. Has been involved. Wasn't having the best of times. He finds BrokenBlade, who remounts again. Skull not so cowardly now. In the end, they'll find him. They'll chase him down for the CC, and Yike goes on a killing spree. Meanwhile, Busio again finds a knock-up, here this time onto Labrov, who's stunned up, will shape splitter his way away.
Hot for G2. And the other thing that was really scary about that was, to me, it seemed like they wanted to give that gold to Caliste desperately. Yeah. They wanted to feed it to him. BrokenBlade remounts. They then get Sivir in range, and then the Leandri's burn ends up securing the kill anyway.
It's a full battle tree, man. Leandri's Bloodletter's Curse. This guy's like, we need more damage right now, and I can give that to us.
Well, he's going to try his best as the Dragon is going to go over to G2. Casey's not in a position to contest. They've lost all of their outer towers. G2 in such a commanding position once more. And again, I set my sights on Caliste. He's going to have to be that late game insurance. KC need to slow the game down once more. They need to buy time to get to those late game items, to get to a point where they can fight on even footing. Because the way things are going, G2 is just picking.
Like it is. Canna has teleport. He's down towards the bottom side. Yike spotted around his blue buff, and BrokenBlade's going to try and keep him at bay. Yike trying to get in there, pulled back with the bear trap on the rope. Canna TPing in now, Busio there as well. The Shake Splitter spotted Kyeahoo, but the Baron already secured. G2 sneak it away. KC unable to find anything.
And they did just that. KC holding the defense.
Yike looking for the Nature's Grasp. Busio goes in onto Caps. The Impale not going to connect too much as Busio still tanky enough. SkewMond falls first. Kyeahoo gets him. Hansama's next up. That goes to Caliste. And now Caps, you got an egg, but you're likely to be scrambled pretty sharpish because Yike is on the flank. The Samurai Siege was broken against the blue wall of KC. There's an egg. Crack it in twain. KC finds 3.
It cannot be happening again! G2! What is going on?
KC are able to find another fight. The Baron becomes meaningless. The gold leads disappear. Caliste, look at that scoreline now. 3-1-2. KC may very well have done it for a 3rd time in a row.
And KC now stepping forward. Nature's Grasp. SkewMond tanks it up. So does BB. Hansama looking to get in towards the front line. Labrov goes in, Hansama dives onto Yike. There's the Pop Blossom, it finds 3! Hansama trying to get across the Decimating Smash, Caliste goes down, Hansama gets a double. Hansama will fall for it, as will Labrov, not quite! The Istar's impact locks Kyeahoo against the wall, and Yikes, Busio tries to get in, he can't! G2 fight back again! Only Canna's left alive now!
This time round, G2 will not let KC get away with it. Labrov with a monster ultimate. The target was firmly on Caliste's head, and Hansama was quick to shut him down. G2 fight back, and they will secure the Dragon.
It looked like KC may have just found the angle again at the start of that fight. Caliste spell shields the Impale.
Punishing his former jungler, and it will result in the Baron. Avenue of escape is cut off.
Want to collapse. They know KC expect them to be on the bottom side. Kyeahoo with the weirding, dodging back. Ishtal's impact going wide, but there's the flash force, and that is a very dead Aurora. G2 find one on
about the bot lane. They're going back to the tower that almost resulted in their downfall.
Yike hasn't reset. They're hoping that G2 will stay thin, and they can try and look for a play in the midway, but there's the pings.
G2 playing through 2 lanes, have another Baron buff up minion wave here. Yike still looking for the Nature's Grasp. Caps moving across, Canna going forward, SkewMond locked up, Nature's Grasp doesn't hit onto anyone, and BrokenBlade is diving the backline. Caliste has to use the barrier. Manages to escape for now. G2 didn't take the top inhib tower, but did take the mid. Infernal Soul, their next objective.
G2 want to go foraging first, though, see if they can find Yike. He's running for the hills, but G2 are able to move through walls.
Yike has the flash. Ishtal's impact, killer instinct forward, the Impale immediately. And Yike has no way to escape. Timber goes the tree, and perhaps with it, KC's hopes of winning this finals.
KC fought back valiantly in game 3. They were able to make the KC buy themselves a little bit more time. They'll look to secure this mid tower, get themselves a bit of gold, and maybe get this Civet one extra item. Will it be enough to save the game? It seems doubtful.
KC.
Yeah, I mean, he's just going to take this tower if you leave him alone with it.
I mean,
there he goes, it's gone. Going to happily pick up that gold.
And a dead
G2 keeping up the pressure, waiting for the back. He hasn't engaged yet. He's actually going to back away from that flank. The damage on the Yike is good.
He uses the stopwatch, but he can't get over the wall. Has to use his flash. Flash in from Canna with the unstoppable onslaught. Nature's Grasp coming out as well. Summer blocked up there by SkewMond, the counter crystallized. Good knockback on the pop blossom, but Caliste has to flash himself. TP coming in from BrokenBlade. Busio trying to get in the middle of 3. Summer dives in, there's the GA. An Angel perhaps, as Summer will fall. Caliste is back up. KC are holding on. KC are holding on. Caliste survives. G2 all die. Now it's all on Caps. He has the egg, he flashes away from the 2-fold Hex and still finds one. SkewMond manages to escape towards the top side of the
looking to make the same thing happen again.
Busio force low, crystallized double stun from Busio. There's the Nature's Grasp as they look for the on the hunt engage. They go on SkewMond with double onslaught, finds the backline. It's Onivia, pop blossom, lands onto Busio. Summer kills Canna. Meanwhile on the backline, Caliste still standing. A killer instinct from Summer, and an instinct to kill it seems. But now Summer locked up by Yike and Kyeahoo, and Caps and Labrov need to run.
It's another 3 for 3! I thought that G2 would won that fight once they got the kill onto Caliste, but it wasn't enough. The Elder is alive, KC have the HPs, but Caps has TP. He's gonna go back to base, TP back into the fight. They're not giving this one up for free.
Double Zonya is available on Yike and Kyeahoo. Caps needs to make a miracle happen.
Loses his Banshees as he gets met by a sapling. Labrov on his way out. Yike there on the wrong side of the crystallized glacial storm doing a lot of work. Caps dodging away from the weirding. Yike forced towards the top side, 2-fold Hex. Labrov looking for it. Goes on to Yike who uses the twisted advance to dodge the CC. Caps in egg. Now it's all on Labrov. The dragon down to 2,000. Yike gets the smite. Caps is revived. Will take out Yike. Caps trying to trade onto Yahoo. Dodges the weirding. Dodges the weirding. That's the route. G2. A double stopwatch, a pop blossom, G2 and Caps find
Labrov finds a good ulti, but then on the back line, Summer finds the angle. He gets onto Caliste, he takes out Busio, but the damage has already been done. With Kyeahoo still alive, he's able to take out Hans, and we return to live with a Baron being 17 more CS.
I think full build counts, Betty. I think it counts, and KC will be hoping that it does. BB towards the top side being met by Kyeahoo. KC now need to defend 3 lanes at once. Supers crashing towards their nexus, knocking on their door. G2, they've been here before. They know how to do it. KC trying to defend. Nature's Grasp coming out. Root only lands on the Shape Splitter. SkewMond dodges around to the side, but BB's on the
BrokenBlade.
Nexus, opens it up. Hunt Summer goes in with a killer instinct, and now there's no turrets remaining for Carmine Corp. Bear trap on the road from BB will pull Canna to the side. Busio looking for the trample, but he just can't get in. The crystallized down, the Nexus still full HP. The G2 are poking and prodding and trying to find a weakness in KC. Yike has taken a chunk, another as he falls to half AP. The dive in the and Hunt Summer is killed. No instinct to kill, no Zhonya's, no time. G2 now, will you continue to advance in a 4v5?
KC is approaching the dragon. Yike going to be the face checker. There's Caps. The immediate Zhonya's.
Nature's Grass coming out. Yike's got a flash.
But BB's in the base. This is what you were talking about.
Oh, BB is in the base.
Caught between two different areas, and now he's just going for the inhibitors.
KC retreating. It's like, can we catch BrokenBlade? He immediately backs away. That's Elder to G2. 20 seconds on the Baron means it will be 2 for the price of 1.
All right, Elder Dragon secured. The countdown starts at the top left of your screen. 2 minutes, 20 seconds. G2, will they wait for the Baron? It looks like that's the game plan. They want every buff that they can get to try and close out this game.
I mean, but what do you do if you're KC? You give this over, the game is done. You have to fight against an Elder. Sure, Nexus Towers have respawned, but they're going to be at half HP, and you've got so many super creeps in the bot lane.
Yeah, BB wasn't showing. It looks like KC are going to put some resources into making sure they can fend against him. G2 will get the Baron.
Okay, well, gentlemen, what do you believe is greater? Sivir defending a base, or an Elder Baron soul-empowered G2?
I'm like, come on. Come on.
I thought that the last time they were sieging Medic.
That is true. They didn't have Elder Baron, and this time they do. Inhibitors respawning.
They're being so cautious. Look at how much time they're waiting. They need the waves to sync up. Top is pushed in. Bot is pushed in. Busio.
Busio looking for him. SkewMond flashes away. On the hunt was popped there by Caliste, and now KC need to get up towards this top side. Nature's Grasp out from Yike. Canna going in. Cam spots a stopwatch between worlds. Yike immediately evaporated. Pop blossom from above. Lands the two-man.
BB's in the base.
Busio dives back in. BB's on the Nexus Towers. And the walls come tumbling it down. The blue wall fell by the siege of the Samurai. G2 win LEC.